No one's gonna love you.
The story part, which impacts us as kids, and why that is.
Being around those people because it reminds me of what I want to be. And all kids embody that before they're conditioned by the outside world.
You only get to go to the kingdom of heaven as a child, meaning you have to embody the essence, the loving, and the free range of emotion that a kid has.
Maybe life isn't about becoming what you think you're supposed to become. It's about unbecoming everything that you've been conditioned to believe.
And then that subconsciously, we bottle shit up. As men, we bottle things up. Don't be too emotional. Don't be too vulnerable in this situation. You have to be the rock. You have to do these things. Welcome back to the It Show. It's been a minute since it's just been Will and I, but here we are. One of our famous solo episodes where we get to banter, catch up, talk about things that are going on right now. And I just want to start off by saying, get it out of the way, we did not get the memo of like matching like this. You just showed up like this.
That's what he wants you to believe, and I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. All right, we definitely coordinated it. Just raise up your leg real quick so they can see the color of your.
Come on, dude. What are you doing? Get out of my head.
Definitely didn't plan this.
Yeah, but it's a fun. I thought it was a fun little thing because I feel like we both have been a little bit. I don't want to say disjointed, but we've been on our own lanes a little bit, especially because of what's going on with me lately, being a father, but a new father, which is so much fun. It's a lot of.
Sounds like an affirmation.
It is. It is because it is. No, it's a lot of fun, and you remember how special it was when you first had your first kid, right? Like, just all the little things that they're doing every single day, like they're coming into themselves, and I don't know, it just feels so magical, and I'm privileged to like get to see this little thing get shapen into whatever he's gonna end up to be, because it's definitely didn't get all the stuff that he's doing from me. He just came with it. You know what I mean? You remember what were the first things that your kid was doing at the beginning?
Just like certain things that you like what specifically
for Shiloh, he does this thing where like whenever he's like feeling good and we just fresh pamper on and just feeling good, he just ate, he's laying down, he's been burped, and he's every base is covered. He just starts kind of dancing and doing the thing, and then he goes, ow, like he does that.
Do that again. Just run it back to the.
Ow! Like he does it every time, dude, without fail. And I could see it right before he starts doing it. And now every time that he gets to that place where like he feels good, he keeps adding on to it. And now he's like starting to make more noises, and he's got signature sounds. I'll send you a video so you can see it. But it's so cute. It's so cute.
One thing I love about kids is how free they are before they get conditioned to not live that way. And like still to this day, like my son, he just dances. Like, I mean, if he dances well, that's for another conversation, but he just moves and he just enjoys and he just lives in the moment. And I love that because
he's free.
Yeah, man. And I right now, like, we just had a holiday party that we were at this past weekend, and it was you kind of feeling the vibe of the room, and you're like, there's some people dancing lightly, some people kind of not moving at all, some people with judgmental eyes sitting at the tables.
Always, yeah.
And you kind of like got to get yourself into that zone where like I wish I could just be like, dude, I'm just going to be free and live in that essence. And there's some people that are like that. Yeah. And I love being around those people because it reminds me of what I want to be. And all kids embody that before they're conditioned by the outside world. So
yeah, I keep going back to this like scripture thing, which is Jesus talking about how you only get to go to the kingdom of heaven as a child, meaning you have to embody the essence, the loving, and the free range of emotion that a kid has. A kid nowadays, with my first person experience, I know that when something's bothering him, he's gonna cry. When something's bothering me, I'm not gonna cry. And somewhere along the way, I picked that up, right? And then that subconsciously, we bottle shit up. As men, we bottle things up. Don't be too emotional. Don't be too vulnerable in this situation. You have to be the rock. You have to do these things. And I feel like as we grow up and as we go through things and we soak up all these little micro traumas, right, as we live, which is part of life, we just add on to, I feel like, the layers of the onion that our esteemed guest was talking about before. And it's so interesting to see, like, yeah, when you do the work and you peel off all these layers, the sticky layers, the deeper you go, the harder they are to get rid of. But once you get to that core, it's just a kid. It's just a kid who's free to express, who's free to feel, who's free to be. And according to the Lord, that's liberation right there.
Have we ever talked about the quote from Michelangelo?
No, I don't think so.
One of my favorite quotes. There was a speech. I remember I was at a Tony Robbins event. There was this lady, I forget her name, but she came up and she talked about certain artists in the past. And one of the things that I absolutely loved was Michelangelo. How Michelangelo the artist, right? So he did paintings, he did sculptures.
Not the Ninja Turtle.
Not the Ninja Turtle. Fuck. The artiste. Yes. But one of the things people were like, oh, this great, amazing sculpture, like, how did you do it? And one of the things he said is, I just carved into the marble. I saw an angel in the rock, and I carved until I set him free. Mm-hmm. And another things that he really said that I really loved was, maybe life isn't about becoming what you think you're supposed to become. Maybe life is about unbecoming everything that you've been conditioned to believe. Mm-hmm. I'm paraphrasing it into modern terminology, of course, but
it hits the same.
It's a great thought process, right? Like, if we have this baby inside of us or this child inside of us, and we can light up that child who's free and just enjoys life, and that's what we're all really striving for. Maybe it is just about unbecoming.
Yeah. 100%, I agree with that. Because when I just break it down to just, what are the things that I'm doing this for? Why am I building a business? Why am I trying to be successful? Why am I trying to get everything that I want? All my goals are striving in a direction. If I just take all of the bullshit out, all I really want is to be able to be myself fully, right? I don't want to have to put on a mask like we were talking about before. And I want to be able to do that with all the people that I just resonate with, dude.
Right.
That's literally it. That's why whenever we've gone through all these different chapters in our life, whether it was high school, college, the first couple of jobs that we had this tribe that we attracted. Mm-hmm. And whenever we got into coherence and a vibration with them, it just felt effortless. It felt like time went by so fast. And that's literally what I feel like we're all trying to get back to. It's like, yeah, do the things that you need to do. Have discipline, especially if you grow up without it. Find a way to develop it, which, by the way, 75 hours is great for that. But regardless of all that, those are all just tools that help you get to the goal, which I believe most people, whether they know it or not, they're trying to get back to.
Yeah.
That feeling.
Would you say that you live, for the most part, how you want to live? In terms of like who you're being, or do you feel like you still kind of, to a degree, wear a mask?
Oh yeah, it's a struggle. It's a struggle because specifically for me, I feel like I've picked up so much. I'm one of those people, one of those personality types that I love to learn and I love to like dig in, almost like engineering type personality. Mm-hmm. Where I want to know how this works. I want to find out how do I light this? How do I make sure that this translates? And like, what are the key ingredients? What are the things that I need to get to a place where they're just like, not mastered, but they're above the rest. We're above average. We're now at an echelon where most people just don't get to because it takes time. I like to do that. And then once I get to that place with most things, I'm like, I'm bored. Let's find another one. And I think I picked that up from my dad because he's kind of like that. He always had a new venture, a new thing that he was learning, and I was always just soaking that in. And now having my kid, I'm just like, dude, I'm thinking of all this shit that just I inadvertently picked up from my dad. He never taught me by showing me. He taught me by being.
Right.
And all I did was just
soak up. Yeah, it's more caught. There's more caught than
taught. 100%.
Yeah.
And I feel like because I've been that way in Venezuela, in Miami, in California, in Charleston, everywhere I've been, I've picked up things, whether it's from people, from my environment, from my career, whatever it is. And now I'm at a place where I'm just like, I have too much shit. I gotta simplify. I gotta get rid of things.
Unbecome.
I gotta unbecome.
Right.
I see the angel in the marble. It just happens to be this fucking blob of Play-Doh that I've just accumulated over the years, and I have to carve. And carving is hard, especially after the Play-Doh's gotten dried up. The Play-Doh's been out in the sun.
Yeah.
It's solid now. And all I'm working with is a fucking Costco plastic knife. So I have to...
You got a long way to go.
I got a long way to go. So yes, I feel like I'm not where I want to be, but at least I'm aware of how I'm going to get there. The thing is just, it takes time. We both know this.
So what are some tactical steps like on how you can get there, this unbecoming?
For me, one of the best things that I know how to do is the whole pour into yourself before you pour into others. It's been tough to get my standard of pouring into myself to where I want it to be. Still not where I want it to be, because that's one area of the marble that I'm still chipping at. But that's one of the best things that I've found. If I am...
So you need more poured into you.
More. I need to pour into myself first, and I need to have my energy. We talk about this on all the classes that you've taught. You talk about energy and how important it is to show up with the right energy. Otherwise, just don't fucking show up at all. I mean, you could show. It's not gonna have the same impact. But the energy is so important because it's all frequency. If I'm vibrating at the right frequency within myself, if I used all of the tools that I know now, health-wise, activity-wise, faith-wise, journaling, all the mindfulness-wise, I use all these tools to hone an energy that now I can hold on to and use it as like my little arc reactor for the rest of the day, as a little mini Tony Stark reference, then I can have a completely different day than if I didn't do that, or if I didn't prep the night before, or if I just had a really tough day. Like,
so if you lived inside your essence, you feel like it's a cascade effect of improving everything.
It's so much less effort is what I feel. But it just feels like there's less effort to get to a place where I feel like my actions are having the effect that I want them to have.
Okay.
Because if I don't have the energy, I'm still gonna do the actions, but the actions may not have the effect that I want them to have. The conversation that I have with my client or with the prospect may not hit the same, especially if I'm not using all the inflections, all the tonality that we talk about in your classes. Like, all these different things are very important. That's all we do in this industry is connect with people. If I'm not able to connect with them because I don't have anything inside of me to pour into them, might as well not do it.
So I suggest that today is the day that we take off the mask for you.
Yes.
And you get poured into.
Okay.
So let's take off the mask. Make your announcement. He wants to get poured into.
I want to get poured into, baby. Take me to Dini's house.
Just take off the mask right here, right now.
This is me.
As you're going through, I was like, I want to drop it right now. It feels so natural. We want to take off the mask. I want him to get his piece out because he's on a roll.
Yeah. You saw me going.
I couldn't help myself.
Oh shit, that's funny.
All right, so you're gonna make your announcement
Yes.
on today, December 9th, 2025.
Today's the day where the mask comes off and everything else you see from now on is raw, unapologetic Adelio Sanchez.
Beautiful. So, when did you realize you were gay?
Well, I didn't think you were going there. That's so fucking good. Dude, I don't know. I feel like, wait, do we go there?
You are gay.
You are gay. You are gay. Who was that? There was like
It was like this African guy, and he was interviewing a woman or something like that, and He's like, why are you gay? He's like, well, why would you think that I'm gay? You are gay.
Just asserting himself. So fucking funny, bro. Man, I'm stumped. I don't know.
We like to have fun. We like to be ourselves because that's what it's all about.
It really is.
You know, and we crack jokes. Obviously, we have nothing against your sexual orientation.
I don't feel like we need to.
We don't need to go there.
Yeah, we don't even need the what's that even?
The disclaimers.
It's like,
No
hey,
need for
this is
disclaimers.
an inclusive podcast.
It is. It is. We just like to.
We like to fuck around. Dude, it's important. That's part of taking the mask off. I feel like there's so much of myself that I've kind of picked up because I'm so into comedy. I'm so into different art forms. Like, I know both you and I are into anime big time. So there's so much on all these different art forms that we pick up and we gravitate towards because they speak to us. They speak to a part of us that I guess wasn't spoken to like that when we were kids.
Right.
So that's why these different art forms resonate with me. And with comedy, so many different things can be construed as offensive if you lack the context.
That's the best comedy.
That's the best comedy. Some people, just like marketing, some people are just gotta get offended.
Right.
The best comedy, the best marketing hits all that. Right. So, unapologetically, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, right. And I mean, in those marketing masterminds and everything, one of the main things that they teach is like, if you don't offend somebody by noon every day, you're not marketing hard enough. Mm-hmm. And that there's no money in the middle. Yeah. Either people are going to love you, they're going to hate you, but if you play the middle, no one's going to love you.
Yeah. Your ad spend's going to be shit.
To love you.
Yes.
Right. So, and that, I mean, it goes back to like, I think of a few comedians that come to mind, like Dave Chappelle. Like, I think he's universally recognized. Probably he's like one of the greatest comedians ever, but that might be a personal bias.
No, he's a goat.
But he treads a line, right?
Yeah.
But he treads it so gracefully because he doesn't actually have like malice in his heart. He's just a funny guy and he talks about things that he feels should be talked about. There's another guy that I just discovered this year. Hilarious. To me, hilarious. My wife thinks he's disgusting because his jokes are...
It's a little raunchy?
Yeah. Anthony Jeselnik.
Oh, yeah, I love Jeselnik.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I remember, bro, there was
It always ends up with a baby having cancer.
I mean, he goes... So he did this joke the other day, and he's like, man, so I saw in the news that there was a priest that was touching little kids. And as I looked into it further, I saw that I was, like, this was the church that I went to as a kid. And I sat there and I thought, like, wow, that could have been me had I chosen to become a priest. It's like, my wife was so taken back by it, but I'm like, it was brilliant. The way he laid it, right, and then he did it, dude, he did his other one that was gold, and he's like, man, there's so much crime now, and it's so concerning. Like, there was a woman robbed at gunpoint in my neighborhood for her dog. So I got this new dog.
This is like
beautifully laid out, and like we talk about Chappelle, man. We just saw my wife's best friend was in town this past weekend, and we saw the one from I think it was 2023 Chappelle.
Sticks and Stones, maybe.
The one where he talks about...
He starts singing?
No, he doesn't start singing. He opens he opens his talk with the Jim Carrey.
Oh, yeah.
Pretending to be somebody. And he adopts a character, and then that's how I feel around trans people. Like, that's like, whoa, you're not allowed to say that. But it's like, okay, that's like, I get it. Hilarious. That's what I love about comedy, man. I love about comedians, and that's why I think it's a great time for you to just come out and
be gay.
Get poured into.
If that's what it takes, man, I'll be gay. No, dude, it's so good. We have a little bit of time, but there's so many levels to things. Like whether it's comedy, whether it's you being a speaker, like a high level speaker like Tony Robbins. Right. All these guys, they understand two different concepts. Mm-hmm. One, attention needs to be held with a firm but soft grip at the same time. You can't be squeezing people's attention, but you also can't be too loose with it. And they also understand how to weave a story, weave the story with the comedy. That's why I think Dave Chappelle's one of the greatest ones to do it, because every single one of his bits, yeah, I love all these other comedians like Jeselnik and who else? I feel like there's a lot of other ones that are kind of like smaller bit, quicker punchline type of comedians. Right. But with what you get with somebody like what's
Chappelle?
Dude, what's happening? What you get with somebody like Chappelle is an art form. An art form that's taken to, I believe, one of the highest levels that it can get taken to, because comedy is a lot about that, misdirect, bringing you in somewhere and then taking you completely somewhere else where you didn't expect. But when he does it, I feel like he does it so gracefully, so effortlessly. You don't even know what's happening. You're just along for the ride. And that's the grip that I'm talking about. It's like holding the attention firmly but softly enough and just pivoting around. He's just a master when it comes to that.
And it's always like a very deep, meaningful story in serious tone.
Yeah.
And then like he'll spend 6 or 7 minutes in a deep story. You're just
involved.
You're entrenched. You're in it, and you're like, oh man, that's like meaningful. And then all of a sudden, just boom, right? So it's like he'll only have a handful of jokes.
Yeah.
But he's storytelling throughout the whole thing, and it's one of those things where if you want to be a marketer or an influencer or anything like that, like he's somebody that you should probably study, somebody you should follow.
He's a masterclass and live, you know. And that was another thing that I was just so excited to see when he won the Mark Twain award. I was just like, well, yeah, nobody deserves it more than this black man. The Mark Twain award. Come on, baby. But yeah, he's just so good. I want to talk about a little bit of also anime. We touched on it a little bit, but you and I are both big fans of anime. There's a few people in the office that are also big fans of anime, but I want to talk about that part of anime, the story part, which impacts us as kids, and why that is. Why do we gravitate towards something that's, I guess, by other people considered to be cartoonish, right? They're drawings, and they move, and there's, dancing, whatever. But you and I both know there's a complexity to this art form that most people that don't even give it the time of day would even be able to understand.
Well, I'll say this. My wife was very judgmental of the fact that I would enjoy the occasional anime. I wasn't watching a ton of it, but I grew up loving certain animes. Like I loved Pokemon, I loved Dragon Ball Z specifically, loved Dragon Ball Z so much. And they're making a new Vegeta movie.
I know, you told me.
Oh my God. I'm going to the theaters. I'm getting all my boys.
Yeah, dude.
A movie just on Vegeta. If you just gave me Vegeta and Piccolo, those are some of the most iconic characters.
Underused.
Well, I mean, they're definitely used. They always lose, but they're always about that life. Like they're hey, Piccolo's always like max aura, just like, oh yeah, like, you want to fuck with us?
You can't fuck with us. Yeah.
And then he gets his ass whooped and is like,
he gets blown through.
At least he didn't run. I respect him. And Vegeta's obviously much more powerful, but Vegeta, he just has that dog in him that I love to see. But one thing I love about anime is because now I got my son watching Demon Slayer with me because I was like, I want to put something on, and Demon Slayer came out in theaters. My son wanted to see it because his friends have saw it, but he never watched the show. I was like, well, we'll watch the movie, but we got to watch the show so we understand the movie. Yeah. We just finished, as a matter of fact, last night, the last episode of season 5, and my son is hooked. And my wife kind of enjoys it now too, after judging us and hating on us all this time, and my daughter loves it. Yeah. I love the fact that they have, what they've done so well with animes is highlight the internal dialogue of the characters. Yeah. Because I think a lot of the times, like, you go through certain things. I remember when I was a kid and I would be doing something, specifically competing against my brother in video games or in sports or something, and I was going to lose. I'd be like, damn, what would Goku do? Goku would get back up and fucking handle this shit. He would just get stronger. He gets as strong as he needs to be.
WWGD, bro.
WWGD.
What would Goku do, bro?
Oh, there you go. But that was like some of the thoughts that I had, and I think with this new era of anime with like Demon Slayer, things of that nature, you know, you've never seen Demon Slayer, have you?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Iconic show. What also prompted me to want to watch it was the fact that the movie that just dropped a few months ago, it cracked the top 100 of highest grossing films ever. It did 750 million
As an anime.
as an anime, and I'm like, damn, this you have to have a strong base,
Yeah.
and you got to have a good product for that to happen.
It doesn't just happen out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And man, they do a great job. One thing that Demon Slayer does really, really well, which is a lesson for all of us as well in the world, is like when you're fighting a villain, they're stopping mid-fight, kind of to take you through an arc of why they are the way that they are while they're fighting.
The backstory.
The backstory before a decision is made or before they die or anything like that. So now you feel this level of connection with them before they get their head chopped off. You know,
100%. I feel like that's something that maybe Game of Thrones tried to do, but it's hard. It's hard to do it with live action because that level of exposition, you're exposing the viewer to the complexity of this character. Why are they doing something? And now I'm going to tell you why. And with Goku or with Dragon Ball Z, any of those characters, sometimes you're spending half the season about to punch somebody and you're still in their heads. And 3 episodes in, you're so close to punching them. But that's how big they've blown this out of proportion to like really get you to understand what's behind this punch, the meaning behind every action that you're taking. And I agree with you 100%. If other forms of entertainment understood the level of exposition required to tell a story or to connect with somebody to the level that anime does, dude, we'd be fucked. We'd be buying everything under the sun. If marketing understood. You know what I mean? So I love it for the same reason. And the competition thing that you were talking about, like, you know, with your brother, I have 2 brothers of my own, and I was the oldest, so I feel like competition with them was kind of like I would just push them away. You know what I mean? Like it just always felt, effortless with me, and it felt kind of like villainous. Like sometimes if I had a thought and I was just like, well, I'm gonna keep all this for myself and you're not gonna have any, I could get away with it. But then I would have this little inside voice, my father, talking to me saying like, do you really want to do that? Is that what you would do to yourself? And then I would change. But it's funny that the first initial thought, which almost nobody likes to talk about or likes to be transparent about, is that like the greed, the ego, the want that I don't want to let go of. And one of the biggest things for me in anime is it helped me understand that I had a lot of that. I had a lot of me first, everybody else second. And that's another part of the angel that I'm carving still. Because I've picked it up multiple times. I've reinforced along the way with different things that I've done. But like, dude, I can't say enough good things about anime and how much it's, I feel like it's shaped both of our lives to a degree.
right? Yeah, love it, man.
Awesome. Well, let's call it there, dude.
Yeah,
It's about that time.
You want to close out?
Thank you guys for watching the show. Thank you for being here, Will. Thank you for wearing the same shit.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm gay now. Leave everything leave whatever you want us to talk about.
Unsurprisingly.
Well, listen. Leave whatever you want us to talk about on the comments down below. Some of the things that we talk about are literally things that you have suggested. So we take all those comments seriously. We don't judge you if you have a question. If you want to leave them anonymously, just open a different account and leave them down there. But we love to hear what you guys have to say about the show. Questions that you guys have. There's a lot of things going on in the market. So if you have market-specific questions for us, we can definitely tackle it. There's some things that we wanted to get to today, but we're gonna leave them for the next time because there's a lot going on in the industry. With that being said, thank you for watching. We appreciate you if you would hit the like button, share with somebody that you think would enjoy this kind of content, and then hit the bell notification so that you get notified the next time that we put one of these up. We're coming to you live every single week and a ton of different content also on the way.
Thanks for watching.